Hey, what's up? Welcome to another random thought. And this thought is about people who don't really know you. And by that, I mean people may say, oh, you've changed, or people may be surprised about sometimes things that you do. Um, and they say, oh, I didn't think you would do something like that. Or, it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative connotation, but the thought behind it is people not really knowing you the way they think they do. And I believe that sometimes a lot of people don't really know you. Sometimes you may not even know yourself to that degree. Um, but I also think that people are more comfortable with you being the person they expect you to be rather than accepting who you are. And I also think that it how can I put this? I also feel that a lot of times people, and I think this goes for when I initially thought about this, I thought about it in the realm of the type of celebrities we see now who are really heavily involved in social media. That because they give up their give up a large piece of themselves that normally was closed off to us, people have a expectation to we already get a behind scenes look at their life, but then we also expect even more than that, even more than what they're giving us. And then if something happens, they're like, "Oh, I can't believe they did that," or And I think when doing that, they have to store a piece of themselves away so that they're not giving everything away to their audience. I believe sometimes, even regular people, we don't show all aspects of ourselves to every single person that we meet and talk to. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're being fake or being deceiving. It could be, but I believe for the most part, some people just not everybody that you meet either needs to or may even deserve to know every single thing about you. That's what makes it all the more special, all the more important for the people that you do completely open up to. And even people that you open up to more than others, I think that it's good to have something just for yourself. Some quiet little piece of yourself, something that you like to do that you keep towards yourself. You know, and also kind of want to speak on just a little bit people putting you in a box, people putting you in a space to where they're comfortable with you operating. I'm comfortable with this person responding this way in this situation. And then when you don't, sometimes they're surprised. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, I never thought you would do that." And it's like, well, because you don't really see me as a full person. You know, um, I think about sometimes preachers. There's only so many things they can do before somebody says, "Oh, well, that's ungodly," and it could not be ungodly. It's just that as a religious figure, we think that we put them in a box that we artificially created and saying this is the lane that you need to operate in. I can go outside and do everything else, but I need you just to be in this thing. You can't listen to music, you can't drink wine, you can't have fun, you can't joke. And think about the way that we think about our parents. It's only until we get to a certain age to where we see our parents as fully realized human beings. We're so used to only seeing them and interacting with them as our parents. And I think that plays a lot into it as well because sometimes you don't get to know somebody fully because of the situation you're in. People may not fully know you because maybe they're only a work associate. I know right now with COVID and everything going on, people are on Zoom, and you may not fully know somebody because you only speak to them through the computer screen, and so there's that distance. Um, Although I have seen too that some people are kind of closer to people through social media than they would be because of that same distance. Um, because I guess in that manner, if something happens and things go south, it's easier to not respond to somebody on a message board than it is to avoid them at work. But yeah, if you only interact with somebody in a certain area, then it makes sense to only deal with them within those parameters because it requires a different mindset going into it. But I think I've pretty much made my point. So, yeah, can you think of a time to where you've had to, where somebody has come to you saying that you've changed to where somebody didn't know you as well as they thought they did and they made assumptions about you? Maybe you've done that to somebody else. Um, can you think of a time to where you've even surprised yourself by your actions, whether it be good or bad? You don't really have to, give the full example because once again, but just let me know in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe, and check out my podcast, Bold Expressions Podcast, wherever podcasts are found. Thank you.